target audience is 13 and up. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at Galaxy Pegasus. So, pretty interesting Beyblade. It's iconic for sure. It's Jenga's second Beyblade in the anime. It's the third overall. So it comes with the Pegasus 2 clear wheel, Galaxy W105, and R2F. And we're actually going to be using R2F today, believe it or not. The biggest issue with Galaxy Pegasus is the Galaxy wheel itself, so we're going to be replacing it. So our combo is going to consist of metal face heavy, the screw wheel, and we're going to be using R145. So not using CH120 today, and kind of a taller track, but we'll see how it goes. So here's kind of a comparison of the wheels. They're kind of similarly shaped, but you can see where the paint has chipped on the Galaxy wheel, where the impact points are, and it's not very effective. So the screw wheel is going to help give it way more smash attack just because of the design of the wheel. Typically, I would be using RF, but I've been getting a ton of comments to use R2F, so since it's Galaxy and since that's the main gimmick part, that's what we're going to be going with. So here's our final combo. We've got screw Pegasus, metal face heavy, R145, R2F. So the R145 kind of lines up well with the impact points, or the wings on screw, so let's throw it up against some stock combos and see how it does. And first up is Earth Eagle, Tsubasa's Beyblade. So people ask me all the time why I don't use R2F more often, and there's a couple reasons. One, it's got less stamina than RF. Two, it's harder to control. And actually, three, as it wears down, the edges start to round out, and it makes it much easier to hop the tornado ridge and self-KO. So typically in tournaments, in deck format, you have a deck of 3 combos. So unless I would be running 2 attack types, I almost would never choose to use R2F over RF. It's just a much higher risk. So it does all right here, minus the 3 matches that I had to edit out because Galaxy just straight up yeeted itself out of the stadium. So next up is Rock Leone, Kyoya's Beyblade. It's a very easy matchup, so we'll go ahead and move on. Next up, we've got Ray Gill, Argo's Beyblade. Again, not too hard of a matchup. Next up is Kenta's Beyblade, Flame Sagittario. A very easy sweep for our Galaxy combo, so we'll go ahead and move on. Next up is Flame Libra, Use Beyblade. I thought Libra was going to win this one, but Galaxy manages to get a late KO. Moving on, we've got Hikaru's Beyblade, Storm Aquario. I feel like every time we do these matchups against Storm Aquario, it just gets battered against the walls, but like tries to hang in there. I really need to do an upgrade of Storm Aquario. Poor Hikaru. So it does fine against stock combos. Let's see how it does against some competitive ones. Again, it is on a bit of a taller track, and Earth and Bakushin are both on pretty low tracks, so we'll see how that works out. So this is one of those matchups where I think using CH120 or even a lower track like 90 or 100 would be a big help for Galaxy. It would drop it down to the same height or close to the same height as the Earth wheel and be able to make much better contact. One of the reasons I don't like using R2F is what just happened there, where it made a couple points of contact there and then it just lost its flower pattern completely, which at that point makes it almost useless. It's very unlikely that it's going to win at that point. So we go ahead and give it one more round. Earth is in the lead by 2 points, but I just wanted to see if it could get a KO on Earth in 3 rounds, and it does manage to. Just barely pushes it out. So moving on, we're going to go to Flame 230 CS. I feel pretty confident that it'll do all right on this one, especially on the higher track. So they are tied up 1 point each going into the 3rd round. And Galaxy is able to take the 2nd point. Next up, we'll throw it against Virgo on BD. Galaxy loses its flower pattern shortly after making its initial contact, so unfortunately this round is not looking like it's going to go in its favor. Galaxy does manage to get the 2nd point here, so they are tied 1-1 now. And Galaxy takes a 2nd point, winning the match. Next, we've got Gravity on 85 Metal Flat. This is going to be in left spin. You'll see that our Galaxy combo struggles a little bit against Gravity here. Especially being in left spin and on metal flat, it's got the stamina advantage. Some people may ask why not just use metal flat on everything. It does have really good stamina and it can be used for attack, but it doesn't have the same grip or the same speed as rubber flat or R2F. So you would really want to take advantage of rubber flat against something that is, let's say, heavier, and you really need to build up momentum and inertia in order to KO it, and it'd be much harder to do on metal flat. It's also much harder to keep a tight flower pattern with metal flat. So Galaxy has been struggling in this matchup, but does manage to get 1 KO. But I would still say that Gravity is probably the better of the two in this matchup. So moving on to Bakushin Leon, 85 Rubber Sharp. The major issue here is that pretty much the only thing making contact with Bakushin is the track, and it's not able to effectively KO it. I think similar to our Earth combo, height plays a big part in this matchup. I think dropping it down quite a bit, height-wise, would probably work in its favor quite a bit. So I would say it did okay, but I'm going to throw it on CH120 RF and kind of show you guys the difference between the height and also the RF tip, like what sort of difference that would make in these matchups. So it does better overall. It's still not a great matchup for Bagushin. I think he would have to drop it down even further. But against everything else, I would say it saw an improvement by just dropping it down to CH120. So go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.